Hello and welcome to All Talk No Dice, the worst excuse for a D&D show you can find online. From last we left off, the Companions of Fate continued their journey across Yolduheim. After a surprise astral visit from Midala Pike and some mocking of his threats and power, he left you all frustrated and angry with a promise to make an example of Olivia, Theron's sister. You heard Ralof scream and ran to find Pop-Pop lifeless and still on the ground. Tara began to use her druidic magic to pull his soul back to his form, only to find no soul to reach out to. After Ralof's outburst, you all calmed down from this tense atmosphere and hurled into the sled carriage, leaving Gerald to ride Drumbar's direwolf and lead the way with Tara's help towards the frozen precipice, or better known to all of you as the Trap Chasm. Keeping Pike's threats in mind regarding your journey, Gerald decided to switch up the plan last minute and hurl all of you down into the chasm and walk along the stone floor. However, with the fog being obscured slightly, you all saw eyes dotted around you, but with a loud scrape of the sled against the ground, hundreds of feet down, a tremor emerged and shook all of you to the core. As quickly as it started, you began to be bombarded by a landslide and a colossal stone titan hurling large boulders towards the group. In a flash, Theron hopped on the front of the sled to steer. Tara, in her wolf form, commanded her pack. Ralof kept everyone inside the sled safe, and Gerald did his best to find an escape. Through some very near misses and some close calls, finding Gerald unconscious and close to death, the gravelly, thunderous grumble of the Titan shook your forms until you just nearly managed to find a small ramp that headed out of the deep crevice. After catching your breaths and Terra healing all of you, you looked around and found the immense stone walls and large gates of Geralf looking down upon you, seeing multiple frozen bodies atop the walkways before one last shockwave erupted from within, making all those figures vanish for everyone except Theron. You all looked on at Theron wearing his newly repaired and pristine glasses as he walked out to his snowy owl and began to get a bird's eye view of Geralf, just to find the dismembered body of his sister paraded and adorning the main gates on spikes. Now, just after Theron returned to his own vision, upset and hurt in his eyes, and one thrown rock and snapped ankle from Terra confirmed that you were all seeing atop the gates was real. Deciding to rest up and take a breath, Gerald, you spot a cloaked figure atop a balcony in the clock tower, unable to see any features, but the size is a little larger than that of Pike, with its head looking across the landscape before looking directly at you. Terra continues to dig a trench to give you some cover in this flat space around the main city, and Ralof planning to get the dome up for safety, leaving you all hurt, exhausted, and with Pop-Pop lifeless and Braum verbally trapped, unsure as to what is waiting for you behind the stone walls that loom over you. This is where we pick it up. So, all of you find, as the night is slowly coming in, I'd say probably about late evening by now, and you all find that there are a few torchlights set within Geralf that begin to burn and just brighten up the small little dots that you can just see emanating above the gates and the walls. You just find this very just warm amber glow just barely settling out. And
does the light look like it could possibly be aimed towards us or in the direction of our general vicinity at all?
Roll a perception check for me.
Not so good as last week. 5, and then perception, 4, 9.
Okay, 9. I wouldn't say there's any light directed at you. Mm-hmm. You do notice that the torchlight is not exactly cast over the entire city. You find that more light, or like kind of like this, like sort of semicircle of amber light that's cresting just barely over the walls that you can see. It's only really covering probably about 3, maybe 4 houses worth on the eastern side of the city.
Okay.
The rest of the city towards the west is completely pitch black.
So as light concerned, we are still in the clear?
Yes, you are. Well, you're still out in the open.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
digging the
Well,
trench,
yeah,
and with Raylof's thing of getting the dome up. But yeah, you're not. There aren't any lights being shone at you.
awesome. Not a problem.
But Gerald, you do still feel that very eerie sensation of someone watching.
I'm going to. Yeah, whilst it's up, I'd like to cast Major Image to sort of just blur, have a bit like more of a, or have snow essentially backgrounds, so that anyone looking from more that direction was just going to keep seeing, or how I put it, it's like they've looked at it, seen it, and then if they look again, it's now completely blank. So maybe they think it's just a trick in their eyes.
Okay. You cast the major image, and just as kind of like some I guess some kind of like distraction or just illusion to trick whoever's watching. And as you look through that illusion, and you know just in the peripheral of your eyes, you look over to that clock tower, and you see that figure still just on a balcony about, I'd say, set about halfway up that large sleek clock tower. You see the figure is still just kind of hunched, like leaning, elbows on a railing, and just with their head still fixated in your direction.
How far are we digging?
Why do you want to go? Do you want to go deeper?
I just don't feel safe here, that's all.
Okay. I'll pat the soil to see if how much I could probably take if I dug underneath instead of making it a trench, made it a tunnel. How much would it take? So what I'm going to do is when I get so far, say about 10 foot, so it would have about 5 foot worth or 10 foot worth, because I know it moves 5 foot a chunk.
Yeah.
So when I feel like I've gone fat deep enough, I'm going to start going underneath the ground to see if it won't just collapse up on itself.
Okay. You notice that the ground around you, but due to the sub-zero temperatures,
Yeah.
pretty much frozen.
Nice.
So as you do take Earth out,
Yeah.
it stays solid.
Awesome.
Can you build? That's all.
Can I build?
You're removing all the earth. Can you put some? Well, once you've dug, build it back up around us.
Well, all I do is, and I was kind of showing what I do, and the action that I'm making takes like a 5 foot cube worth of the dirt, and it removes it, and then it chucks it down somewhere else. So I'm literally just making. It's like a 5 foot shovel. Like that. The good part is I can, and then I'll get that 5 foot worth of dirt and shove it back. But it doesn't look like. I don't think it looks like that. And pointing towards the dirt that I haven't touched to the dirt that obviously has been moved. But I don't know if you want to say that it looks the exact same, or I can give you the exact wordings of the spell if you want.
It looks similar.
Okay.
It looks very similar. It does, obviously, because you
like it's
moved
been
the
moved.
earth. It looks like freshly ploughed earth compared to the
Solid.
snow and frost covered ground around you.
But if I go deep enough, maybe.
Well, it's gonna be dark.
It's true.
Probably hiding. I mean, if you can create just a small little gap so that everyone else can breathe,
Yeah, I can
the
do
good
that.
old mortals, and
I'm sorry. Yeah. we can try that. I'll dig. Say about probably another 5. I'd probably say about 10 or 15 foot deeper than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Obviously not straight fucking down, but like diagonally across so people can get down. And then dig into the ground towards Galdim or wherever someone had an idea of. And then when they've made enough room for everyone to get in, I'm going to move some of the dirt to relay where we were, leaving that small amount of gap for oxygen intake. I do have a question. My bag of holding.
Yes.
Can it be used as a emergency oxygen? Because it would have air in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But up to the amount of minutes that you can hold your breath for.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to get my bag of holding and just and then retighten it. So I definitely not got.
And you see Theron looking down, and he just like almost nonchalantly as he's just standing there looking at the hole. So we're getting in a hole.
Temporarily?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Why?
And as you ask that, you just see his head like turn back up to looking above the gates. And you just see him like almost like transfixed on what he's seeing.
I'm gonna try mimic where his eyes are looking to see if if he's spotted something that I obviously haven't.
You notice he's just staring at Olivia's severed body.
Yeah. Tara, pass me the bag a second.
Yeah, I'll pass over the bag.
Theron, you still got some magic into you?
Yeah.
Turn me invisible.
What?
Turn me invisible.
Why?
I'm going to go and get her.
Gerald.
Do it now before I come to my senses.
And he just like makes a like this wide arcing gesture, and as he pushes the arcane onto you, you feel like a slight push, but then instant freedom as the invisible veil just cloaks over you.
Yes. I am now going to, as fast as I can, sort of walk. Oh, actually, before I leave, wait, do you still have that stealthy magic as well, Tor?
Yeah, but I have to be with you at least 30. How far away were you from this? From
You're about 100 feet.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'll put on the ring.
Shape.
I'll put on the ring and see if people can see me on there. The ring that Pike.
Oh, has he actually removed the invisibility?
Yeah. Has he got it off right now? Like, has he clicked it back on to help everyone else? I'm gonna try the ring to see if I go invisible.
Okay, you put it on and close your eyes.
What do we see?
You see Tara just close her eyes and put the ring on. And you see her entire form disappear. And you just hear a slight whisper, invisible, invisible, invisible.
It's worked.
It has. Well, I don't know where you are, so I'm gonna walk forwards.
I remember where you are.
Okay.
And I'll walk forward and I'll just touch Tara.
Okay.
So no. Right.
Guys, we'll be back in a bit. I've left enough gap so you should be okay.
You just hear from in the hole. I died.
Right, let's go. I'm gonna move.
Oh, wait.
Mm.
Sorry, only because I don't know. Can I upscale pass without trace?
No, not
Then
that.
I
not
can't
that
use
thing.
it.
Not that I think. Let me just have a little look.
Like, I know there's nothing to say about, like, if you upscale it, you get more time or anything.
Let's see. Pass without trace.
Like, I'm happy to keep it as the spell it says. Just right now, I've used all my second level spells.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about you can use it with another spell slot or of a higher level.
Oh, wait. On D&D Beyond, I can press plus and it'll use the third level spell slot. It just doesn't say any words to say.
Okay, well, in that case, since it's allowing you, then yes, you can use another spell slot to use it. But obviously, there's no
benefit.
There's no benefit. There's no addition onto the spell. So So ignore me.
Okay, and I will keep Revivify because I only have one more spell slot left. I'm gonna have to put it in 4th level.
Okay.
Yum. Okay, so pass without trace. Boom. Okay, we're good. We get a +10 to stealth. I am going to. Do I have it? I've got some. No, floating rope would be good. I'll say this out loud so you can generally hear. I basically, if you didn't hear me, I just said I've got some rope, but they'll see a flying rope. So.
Don't worry about the rope.
You just pull me along and tell me where you need me to be.
Right, I'm gonna pull him, well, her, sorry, to the wall. Using, and of course now we've got pass without trace. At least no footsteps will be made. I don't think, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, God.
So I'm going to do that, and then I'd like to scale the wall as fast as I can.
Well, I want both of you approaching the wall. I want you to make stealth checks for me.
21.
Do we get advantage for being invisible?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Go on.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I rolled a 19 anyway on my first one, but that don't mean shit.
Okay. 25. It increased for me, so I'm happy.
Okay.
34. That's with a plus bank.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so both of you just get low. And even your breaths are silent as you...
We don't breathe.
Yeah. Not both of us.
Ignore me, that's why.
That's why I was so good.
So, without holding your non-existent breaths, you just glide almost across the snow-topped stone floor, and you reach, in only a few moments, you reach the giant walls of Geralt and the gates that loom above you. And Gerald, do you want to start scaling?
I do indeed.
Okay. I will say then.
I will use tumble to give myself and dash to try and get myself as fast as I can get up there.
I'll
if I can assist him, if I can assist him in any way.
Okay, I'll say, Gerald, can you just roll an athletics check with advantage for me, with Terra assisting to give you a leg up just for that initial jump onto the wall before you, because I know you can wall climb.
And just scale. Yeah. 18.
Easy, yeah. The only difficult part that you find is when you're going up the wall, you do find a couple of the smaller rocks set in the wall. Just...
Can I try to catch any rocks that fall?
Yeah.
Like little rocks, unless it's a fucking massive chip.
No, it's not a big one.
Yeah.
Roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Yep. Okay. It's not a 19, it's 17 plus 2. Makes it a 19.
Okay, alright.
I'll take these.
Alright, you keep your eyes locked on Gerald as he is easily just scaling up, and the only difficult part...
Just see the dust from the walls.
Yeah, the only difficult part is when you see one of his claws just like come off but then latch back on, and you see a couple of rocks just all the way down to you, and it's...
I'll put them like
And you
as
gently,
hidden as I can on
yeah.
the floor. Yeah.
You gently just put them in the snow and put snow over them.
Yeah.
Gerald, you make it up to the top of the main gates in no time. You look around and immediately you see like the large walkways that go all atop these walls. From what you saw earlier of frozen bodies and humanoids. After that shockwave, and still now, you see a barren walkway. And it's almost worrisome to just have it be this empty.
Priority, I'm going to try and get head and torso
Alright.
first. And then after, of course, well, what are all the sticks splayed out like quite far, or are we talking like
No, fairly close by. Almost to definitely make sure you know that it was a body with like the torso here, arms just kind of like, I'd say only by like 6 inches for the arms and the legs that have just been severed, and same with the head.
Okay. Then yeah, I will, as quick as I can, put all the body parts into the bag of holding, and then he's just going to leap off the wall again,
Okay.
falling straight down. Before I land, activating Feather Fall from the Cloak of Grace to stop myself from it just dying.
Okay. As you grab the head and you pull it off, you look at it for one moment, and you notice your talons have kind of like sunk into the skin slightly, almost like just melted in. And you see the hair that is like set on the side and the back, albeit it's shorter, it still blows in the breeze, but as it comes up to your hand almost just cuts through the hair.
Okay. In which case, I will just put the head in as soon as that happens.
Okay.
And I'm going to do exactly the same afterwards.
Yeah. You put it down. You put the head in your bag, and Tara, you're looking up at Gerald, and the wall now where Gerald is now, here at the top of the gate, is about 120 feet up.
Yeah.
And you just see him just silently.
I don't see him at all.
Oh, okay. No, sorry, you don't see anything.
Here.
I hear the wind.
Yeah, you hear a very gentle just, and very softly, just a moment later, you hear the little bit of the snow just as Gerald's feet gently land.
Okay, Gerald,
Alright.
stay there.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over to his footprint because obviously he came out of the range to go back in, so at least I've seen where he is. I'm gonna touch him so he knows where I am. Okay. I'm gonna put him back into the pass without a trace through my concentration, so now he's got the pass without a trace bonus again. Okay.
Right. Let's get back quickly.
Gerald,
Just gonna reshake the floor so it's all not snowing.
you notice as Tara like touches you. You look at her, and you don't see anything. But as she's talking, and just as you're about to leave, Tara's form comes
I'm gonna
into
wild
vision.
shape. I'm gonna wild shape because I'm looking at. I'll probably be looking at his eyes.
Yeah.
If I saw a reflection of myself, I'll turn into a little.
First thing, as soon as the focus, you're visible.
Yeah. I'll turn into a little snake, and I'll kind of like wrap around his arm. But the good part is I'm concentrating still, so he's still getting past without trace. The only problem is that he's invisible. So I'm gonna stay as low to his foot as possible, and hope that
As you,
I love you.
as Gerald says that, and you panic and and you wild shape down into a snake, begin to wrap around his leg,
Yeah.
and up to his arm. Gerald, you begin bolting.
Yes.
Roll another stealth check for me, Gerald. Don't forget the +10 as well. And Tara, in that moment, as you latch yourself around Gerald, you just hear in your head, "You could have more with my blessing."
27.
Yeah, just silently, just gliding across the snow, leaving no footprints, and just silent, like the smallest little of crunches before you get back to the hole.
Okay. Theron, we're back. You can drop it.
I thought you said you were getting her down.
Look at this. And I'm going to pull out the head. I know. If he hasn't dropped the thing by then, I'm going to at least put it into his hands. If not,
just at that point, let's get in the hole.
Yes.
And Theron clamps down, and all of you find yourself now. Okay. Point of order. It's how big is the space?
What's it that I've made? A good chunk that I knew that everyone would fit. Probably a little bit more so to make us not retardedly comfortable.
Okay, so I'd say, roughly about like 10 feet around.
Give or take.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's enough that as all of you guys do shuffle in, you do find it very cramped, but not like claustrophobic.
Crazy.
But you all get in the hole, and Terry, you just like mold earth as well, just to keep that little hole open for oxygen, and Theron just snaps, and the invisibility on Gerald just drops.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'll use. So I'm going to bring the head out. I'll use minor illusion to make a little bit of light, so you can actually see.
I do want to say that I am going to keep concentration on what's it for now.
Yeah.
Mostly because I've used fourth level as well.
Okay, no problem. I will say, just before we go forward, Gerald, your cam's frozen again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I just thought I'd let you know now, rather than later on.
Oh, I'm going to have to do that. Unplug, replug.
Maybe try a different slot next time. Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If it's on the front of your PC, just do one around the back, and it'll never drop. Anyway, so Tara, you said you're concentrating on the mold earth.
I am concentrating on the pass without trace.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. So you keep sort of like in your mind, you just keep that in the back, and you continue.
Even with Pike's fucking
yeah.
words.
Gerald.
As soon as I grabbed the head, it was not right. We'll pass over the sort of weird head.
And Theron just grabs it and looks. It doesn't feel like her.
Doesn't even feel alive. Or like a corpse.
And Theron just like, you notice as he like passes his finger over the nose, his finger almost like sinks into the nose and stopping a little bit past it.
With a Theron's face.
On
hers.
On hers.
Yeah, no worries. I thought like he was pressing it and his was going.
Yeah, this isn't right.
It's very clever.
What? I mean...
unless he's turned her into some form of clay. That's not your sister.
And
Did you hear that, Theron?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, good. That means she's alive.
still gonna kill that bastard.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Oh yeah.
And you just see Theon for a moment. And you see him like begin to like just trace his fingers across the face itself. Okay, I need to do something, guys. And you begin to hear him mutter an incantation while moving his fingers around and just almost behind his fingers leaving a thin red line as he builds this design of this rune before he just gently lays his whole hand across the head. And as he takes his hand away, you see the hair is gone and the entire face is that of a older human man with about 3 teeth, gaunt cheeks, a really small little snub nose that's almost like cut off at the end, and a few dotted liver spots around the bald head. But you do see the sever, and you see the trachea inside the neck still just hanging out.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's not creepy at all.
Mischievous little fucker. And he just launches the head to the wall, and it does just.
I'm gonna guess no, but I'm assuming I don't recognise the head.
No, you do not.
In red flash. That's my grandpa.
Yeah, just thinking. Red, you don't by any chance recognize that, do you?
I don't really want to hold the head, so can you just hold it up for me so I can look?
Alright. Grab from the sides, so at least
Oh,
got more.
cover the neck! Cover the neck!
How am I supposed to? I'm just gonna have to do like that then, and sort of do a weird.
And you just see Red look intently. He kind of looks familiar. I think he was my neighbour.
I think Pike's executing your clansview.
He won't get my dad.
What?
My dad's too clever to get caught up with that.
He's needed anyway. Don't you worry, Red. If he's in charge of the clan, he needs to be alive.
Right. So, what are we doing then?
And now, we've had too many brushes with death. I want to rest.
Same here. First. Got some stuff I need to do. I'm gonna grab the wands out.
Okay.
Start investigating them. Investigating what's in them.
Okay. So, you pull out each wand by itself.
Yeah.
And you use three uses of the powder with Duke's magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Or Duke's I think it's Duke's second eye.
I believe so.
Okay, so I will. The
17 left.
The first one. Do you which one do you want to do you want to identify first, or does it matter?
Whichever one off the top of my head, they're on wanted one. I can't remember which specific one, but I'm going to do all three. So
Okay, all right. So I'll go through all three. Then.
Yeah.
So the first, as you hold the magnifying glass over it, and you just sprinkle some powder on the glass, and you take a match to it, and it glows in a bright green, and the glass itself turns that transparent, like beer bottle green, as you begin to look. The first wand. This has a lot of text, but I'll quickly bash through it all. This is a wand of wonder. This wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. You roll a 1d100. You roll a d100 and consult the following table to discover what happens. If the effect causes you to cast a spell from the wand, the spell's save DC is 15. If the spell normally has a range expressed in feet, its range becomes 120 feet if it isn't already. If an effect covers an area, you must center the spell on and include the target. If an effect has multiple possible subjects, the DM randomly determines which ones are affected. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into dust and is destroyed. I will quickly bash through the table real quick for you. It's all on it's all on D&D Beyond, so you can find it. But 1 to 5, you cast Slow. 6 to 10, you cast Fairy Fire. 11 to 15, you are stunned until the start of your next turn, believing something awesome just happened. 16 to 20, you cast Gust of Wind. 21 to 25, you cast Detect Thoughts on the target that you choose. If you don't target a creature, or if you didn't target a creature, you instead take 1d6 physical psychic damage. 26 to 30, you cast Stinking Cloud. 31 to 33, heavy rain falls in a 60-foot radius centered on the target. The area becomes lightly obscured. The rain falls until the start of your next turn. 34 to 36, an animal appears in the unoccupied space nearest the target. The animal isn't under your control and acts as it normally would. Roll a d100 to determine which animal appears. On a 1 to 25, a rhinoceros appears. On a 26 to 50, an elephant appears. And on a 51 to 100, a rat appears. 37 to 46, you cast Lightning Bolt. 47 to 49, a cloud of 600 oversized butterflies fills a 30-foot radius centered on the target. The area becomes heavily obscured. The butterflies remain for 10 minutes. 50 to 53, you enlarge the target as if you had cast Enlarge or Reduce. If the target cannot be affected by that spell, or if you didn't target a creature, you become the target. 54 to 58, you cast Darkness. We're nearly there. 59 to 62, grass grows on the ground in a 60-foot radius centered on the target. If grass is already there, it grows to 10 times its normal size and remains overgrown for 1 minute. 63 to 65, an object of the DM's choice appears into the ethereal plane. The object must be neither worn nor carried within 120 feet of the target, and no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. 66 to 69, you shrink yourself as if you had cast Reduce on yourself. 70 to 79, you cast Fireball. 80 to 84, you cast Invisibility on yourself. 85 to 87, leaves grow from the target if you chose a point in space as the target. Leaves sprout from the creature nearest to that point. Unless they are picked off, the leaves turn brown and fall off after 24 hours. 88 to 90, a stream of 1d4 times 10 gems, each worth 1 gold, shoots from the wand's tip in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. Each gem deals 1 bludgeoning damage, and the total damage of the gems is divided equally among all creatures in the line. 91 to 95, a burst of colourful shimmering light extends from you in a 30-foot radius. You and each creature in the area that can see must succeed on a DC 15 con save or become blind for 1 minute. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn, ending effect on itself on a success. 96 to 97, the target's skin turns bright blue for 1d10 days. If you chose a point in space, the creature nearest to that point is affected. 90 to 100. Oh, sorry, 98 to 100. If you targeted a creature, it must make a 15 con, DC 15 con save. If you didn't target a creature, you become the target and must make the saving throw. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the target is instantly petrified. On any other failed save, the target is restrained and begins to turn to stone. While restrained in this way, the target must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn, becoming petrified on a failure or ending the effect on a success. The petrification lasts until the target is freed by the Greater Restoration spell or similar magic. And this wand can only be attuned by a spellcaster.
Cool.
Okay, that was the biggest one.
Yeah.
The second wand you find as you again pour the powder over and you light it, and all of the knowledge just sinks into your head. The next wand is a Wand of Secrets. The wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges. And if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. The wand regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. And the third wand you find is a Wand of the War Mage. It's a +1 wand, and while holding this wand, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls determined by the wand's rarity. In addition, you ignore half cover when making a spell attack.
Nice.
So, when it talks about gaining a bonus to your spell attack rolls by the rarity, then it's a +1. So you get a +1 if you attune to it. You gain a +1 bonus to your spell attack rolls, and you ignore half cover when you're making a spell attack. And those are all 3 ones. Sorry about the long reading. I forgot how much text. How much text was there? Oh.
And we just lost.
And we lost Terra. Give us 1 second and we'll sort this out. Alright. Sorry about that. Technical issues, but we are back. So, Tara, you just finally identify and memorize all of the knowledge from the from all the wands with the magnifying glass. And just as you do, you feel that innate arcane knowledge just hurl into your mind. But as you continue to do that, Theron, you look at the head that Gerald had retrieved of Olivia, but after you dispelled
Already a spell, just in case I get angry.
after you dispelled the illusion that coated this head, revealing that of an older man with way different features, still severed. But you, in anger, you just launched it to the wall, and after Red had a look at it, she confirmed that it was one of her group.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But
Theron feels slightly a bit better, but Red isn't.
you see Red's her expression is really unchanged from seeing that.
Because it's a neighbour. As well,
But yeah, you see Tara fiddling with 3 ornate-looking wands, and you see Tara's eyes kind of go to that beer bottle green just for a moment before Tara, you kind of and let out a sigh.
So,
You right, Tara?
yeah. These ones are pretty cool. This one will be mine. I'll put the War Mage one close though. And
Imagine that.
I'll briefly tell what the other 2 ones do, and see if Theron likes the thought of.
So
And obviously I'll say to, but I will say to Rayloff, I'm not deducting you from this. It's just with my knowledge, only spell users can use it. Sorry. In fact, no, you can. You can actually pick from these 2. It's just this one it needed a spellcaster to use.
Right.
So if you like the thought of one,
I'll leave the ones to the people who do cast spells. Thanks.
I will pass over the Wand of Wonder towards Theron, thinking that he would actually quite like this.
just as you're about to hand it over, you see Red's hand just snatched up. Can I have this one?
I was going to say, if you wanted to have this one, have the Wand of Secrets.
Yeah, but I was thinking, I mean, this one looks cooler, so
What
can I have this one?
do you have many spells that you can use? Because it kind of acts with the spell that you're using.
I don't do spells.
Exactly. So you have this one.
And your
kinda
hand
like-
just opens as you swap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And I'll still pass it to Theodore.
Which one are you passing?
Wand of Wonder.
Ah, go. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
I'll just look at it. I'll just start spinning it around my fingers.
Well, to be honest, unless you want this War Mage one, Gerald.
I'm okay. You guys deal with your little wand things. I'll
So,
stick with what I love. Nothing beats the good old big swords here.
Big fist.
so, what's the plan? Are we?
Except a piece of wood that shoots spells out of it. Just saying.
When we get in there though, are we? Are we going to find my dad? Or
Well, we've got to get into Graldine, so hopefully we'll find him on the way.
Yeah.
we're not around Graldine.
We're going to be.
Geralt.
Geralt. That's exactly what
Graldine is another continent. I
Yeah,
thought you
it's
came
just-
from there.
We did.
He
That's
just
all I
wants
know.
to go back home. It's fine.
Oh, is someone homesick? Is someone missing home? Do you want a blankie in a bottle?
I do.
Well,
Did that
we
put her
haven't.
off at all?
No, you just see her
No.
like egging her on.
No. Well, we can't because you left the blanket with Mogwai.
Yeah, because he needed it more.
What if we get back and he's dead?
I'm going to step closer too, Red. Don't you ever say that.
What if he's dead?
Roll an unarmed strike for me.
13 with auto strike. It's 5, 18.
Okay. Yeah, you just, without hesitation, and if, even though there's no echo in here, you almost hear a, as you see Red,
Don't you dare say that about Mogwai.
He loves me more.
No, I was going to fucking kick him in. But no. I'm going to attempt to pull back, but then...
and just as you pull back, and she just grabs your breastplate, and she pulls you to her.
And if you ever slap me again, I'm gonna cut you.
Where?
Everywhere.
Cotlock.
Thanks. So, what are we doing? We're resting and then we're going.
Fuck some shit out.
How are we going in?
Sneaky peeky.
Wands blazing, motherfuckers. No, I'm joking. We need to gather more information about this dickhead.
How far is it where me and Gerald travelled? Like, how far of a distance did we travel? When we were in
Hit a wall.
Oh, from where you are to the wall, about 100 feet.
Okay. How long would that be?
Trebuchet?
20 actions, 6 seconds per action.
I didn't know you could do maths.
It's hard. 2 minutes I can get to the wall if we dug underground. I could make a tunnel.
I mean, you don't think that you know the wall it goes further down in the ground?
Did she just dig through the wall?
Theron, do you know if the walls go far under the ground?
Oh, and a man. I know I'm the master of time, but I didn't go that far back to see the laying of the foundations. And a man, let me consult with the gods. I don't know.
Prepping another unarmed. Or we can get 100 feet closer. If you wanted to do that.
You know what? Give me a sec. I'm just going to walk out, and I'm just going to see what the city's like.
Okay.
And I'll walk out, and I'll just...
Okay, I'll remove, I'll mould earth a gap enough for the owl to go past.
Yeah, as the owl just...
And then I'll fill it back in.
and it flies out of the hole. And Theron, you just and your vision quickly just blinks in of the very keen and very observant eyes of the owl as it flies up and begins to camber around. What are you looking for?
Basically, I'm just looking at main places of any interest. Are they still there?
Okay.
Troop movements, stuff like that.
Okay. Your owl eyes coast up, and in this form you don't see any figures upon the wall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like we did before.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Mm-hmm.
after that shock,
Well,
you were still able to see them, but in this owl form,
yeah,
you
I
see
was.
nothing.
Oh. Yeah.
You begin to coast just over Girolf. You notice that for a few things. So, most of Girolf, as far as its homes and hovels, are untouched. You notice that here and there you see the glistening, or you see the glistening of smashed glass windows here and there, along the main hovels of the around the main marketplace. You notice that the clock tower has had some additions. Most notably, you find there is, like, towards the top of the clock tower, on like the very top floor, just where the bell is hung.
Mm-hmm.
One of the four walls has just been removed completely, and you notice like this decking and this wooden structure that extends the floor out, just like pushing past the precipice of the clock tower structure,
Like a platform.
almost like a platform, like an overhang. And upon it, you see this almost like humanoid shaped wooden and metal rack that's been set up. Basically just a imagine if you can if a humanoid were to like just stand on it and lie, and then have their arms ratcheted on either side. Not ratcheted, but just strapped down.
Yeah.
And you notice it's like tilted at a 45-degree angle, looking up towards one of Valdur's moons. You don't see anything upon it, but you notice that is one of the small little structures on the platform that is extended out of the clock tower where the wall has been taken away. You notice.
Is that for Theron, maybe?
You notice the library is still intact. You notice that your family keep is very much still intact, with at least one firelight just emanating out of a couple of the windows near the kitchen side. You do notice that on the great tree set within the center, on Yggdrasil, you see some of the branches as well as the roots have been cut away, and on a couple other branches you see silhouettes and shadows of bodies hanging.
Yeah.
You also notice towards the eastern side, closer towards the library, but just a bit far enough away that there's a dark shadowy gap between the library, and you see about 4 hovels and homes with torchlight just beaming from within them in one small section towards the eastern side of Geralf. And that is the only major torch light emanating from homes, and the rest of Geralf is dark.
Okay. Right then, I'll just walk back. So, guys, I've let me read what I've just wrote. By the way, guys, the clock tower's had some additions. It's got like a platform and some kind of torture rack thing. I always knew he was into that kind of stuff.
Very scenic. When did you
Yeah.
get tortured on the hour, or is it every 15 minutes? It's very for timekeeping. You know how long you've been there.
And the library's intact. My family keeps intact. And it looks like there's people hanging from the great tree, unfortunately.
Do you get to see who it was?
No, it's pretty shadowy and dark.
So, do you have any pretty rare and invaluable weapons in the keep? That only you have access to?
To be honest, I
The
can't even.
killing kind?
Perhaps I can't remember that much about it.
Since you're home, are you just a tourist? Jesus Christ.
It feels like it after 20 years.
Do you know if you had any of these kind of weapons in your home?
Possibly. It's been so long. My memory's pretty shot.
Did you
Possibly.
have any secret entrances?
Oh, and then let me consult those gods again.
I'm gonna hit him this time.
Okay. Just roll an unarmed strike for me.
He's lucky. Fucking lucky bastard. One.
Go on.
What?
Okay.
If anything, you hit yourself.
Tara, you go to hit, and Theron, just at that time, just goes like this and just leans just far enough away that you're like just errant backhand misses him.
Nice.
Theron, you don't consult the gods, but you do remember a small hidden hatch that you and your sister used to sneak out of the keep late at night to go and wander the forests. You remember the hatch being sort of set. Whenever you left the hatch, you had to go through the personal dungeons, which were rarely ever used. If they were, your father would ban you from going there until the dungeons were safe again or vacated.
Red flag alert.
Yeah, but you remember going through, and there were, even in the snowy months and the frost-covered grounds, you noticed that there was almost at least a 10-foot small little like muddy swamp just outside of it, with overgrown reeds of grass that always seemed to just be barely covered by the vast immensity of the keep, to never actually receive any snowfall.
Okay.
But you know it's on the western side of your keep. And it would be near invisible to anyone else, but since you know it's there and you remember traipsing through with Olivia time and time again,
Yeah.
you have a good feeling that you'd spot it.
Okay. And at that point, I'll come back from consulting the gods, and I'll be like, "Wow, there was this hatch. This hatch. I know. I'm tired.
What god are you speaking to?
There was this little hatch that goes through the personal dungeons.
Okay. Never
Me and
been
Mas. Well, it's an absolute delight.
there. I can tell. You go there all the time.
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 It's on the western side of the keep,
Okay.
and also
Just the
to the
opposite of Oriel.
yeah, and on the eastern side by the library, there's some small torchlight, and nowhere else is lit up. So
And we are on the east.
Hmm?
Are we on the east side, or are we on the west or north or south?
You're pretty much dead center to the gates.
Okay,
So you are just south of Girol.
south. Okay. Whereabouts is the clock tower in relation to
In relation to
west
Girol,
and east and blah, 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 yeah.
it is very much, I'd say, about the keep is on the western side of Girolf, and the clock tower is on the northwest.
Northwest, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what? Okay, so we're gonna get over the walls, or we're going under, or something. We get in, and what are we doing? We're going to a keep for creepy dungeons. Are we going to a library? Are we going to find my folks? Or are we going to go straight to a tree or a tower with a big bell in?
I think we're gonna go
I'm
probably.
guessing your folks will be where the torchlight is to avoid the creepy spirits.
I hope so.
So best off going east. No?
It's completely up to you. What are we doing with the dead old man?
Well, is he
She's
talking
the
too
head.
much for you?
No, not on about him. The one in the sled.
Well, he's not 100% dead, so.
Yeah, but he's not moving. He's not talking. He's not wheeling around like
We're
normal.
not leaving him here.
Well, what are we gonna do? You want to carry a dead body all across Girolf?
He's not dead.
I died,
I know you did.
but I'm fine
He
now.
hasn't.
Okay, so what? Rayloff, what do you want to do? What if the other dwarf just looks after the dead one?
I mean, technically, he does have his faculties, even though his speech is impaired.
And you see Braum just looking about at all of you. I'm fine.
I got a piece of paper and ink and quill, and I'll just pass them to Braun. Convey what you're thinking with words. However, though, I imagine it'll come out, I'm fine, but...
No?
It's worth a try. You're saying the same thing to us, bro. We don't know what you say.
No.
I died.
Oh, is that how people write?
Just have a quick glance. Does he look like he's saying more than just "I died"?
Yeah.
But I'm fine now.
As he hands the parchment over to Theron.
Mm-hmm.
I died.
Yeah, I know.
Help me.
Kill me.
I'm dying inside.
It reads, I'll just do it in Braum's voice, why not? It reads,
Yeah.
I can look after Pop if needs be. I have no quarrel, but I am here to help. You want me there, I will come. If not, I will look after my Pop.
And I'll pass it around. Pass it around, guys.
Oh, you can understand.
I'm fine.
This makes it so much nicer. Although, I just can't listen to you keep saying the same words
And-
over and over again.
And Braum kind of just like sighs as he grabs the side of your face. And he just like leans in and touches foreheads. I died. And just gives you a slight little
Jesus
just
Christ.
peck on the beak.
Oh,
But he does wrap around you and give you a big hug.
I'll give him a hug as well, but
I'm fine though.
Lonnie. Between you two, I'm gonna point to Brayloff and Theron. You decide how we're getting in, Theron, and are we leaving Brom here to look after Pop, or should Tara just sort of bury him and we'll come back for a bit?
Well, I don't know. I think the pop things is Rayloff's decision at the end of the day, and Braun's decision. Braun, do you want this piece of paper for a minute to convey any thoughts?
No.
Okay, I'll take it back then, shall I?
No.
Joking. I'm joking. Jeez.
I'm fine.
I know. And as for Girov, to be honest, either way, I think that idiot in the tower with the beak. No offense, Gerald.
I'm not in the tower yet.
I think he's going to be 10 steps ahead of us no matter what, so. I don't know. Group decision. Either way, I need.
Library.
Yeah, I'd probably vote library myself. However, we do have Red to consider as well. We did
Well,
promise.
Yeah, we did. He's more likely going to be where the light is.
Mm.
And if the light is always a good sign.
Braum just nonchalantly passes you the parchment back.
Not
Yeah.
always. Screw it up for no joking.
What is this shit?
It
Uses fireballs.
it reads my honor and duty is to my pop.
Pass it over to Rayloff. Can you read, buddy? Can you read?
I'm just gonna snatch it off him. That.
And you see Braum looking at you, Rayloff. I'm fine. I'm fine though.
Fine. He's
able to make false senses, unlike me, apparently. It's just a speech, so.
Rayloff.
Yeah.
Braum gestures like up the hole to where the sled is, grabs your hand and puts it on his chest, and then puts his hand over yours. I died. I'm fine though.
I'll just sort of nod and just.
And he just brings that hand around the back of your neck, or just grabs your chest piece and just pulls you down, and then wraps around the back of your neck and just stomps forehead to forehead before letting go and nodding at you.
Okay, so well, that was weird, but yeah. So what? We're going to go see my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just letting you know. Please be polite to my father. Please.
Is he a cunt?
No.
That's a yes.
Definite yes.
That's a resounding motherfucking yes.
Just sometimes he can be difficult.
Okay, but that's why you're here.
That's why I'm not going to fucking talk to him.
That's a good
That's
idea.
a great
Theo.
idea. You'll die.
Well, I don't know if I die.
Dad
You would
is
die.
a con.
Gun. So, what are we doing? Are we going underground or just over the walls?
Oh, out of interest, Red. When you get in trouble, chuck those glowing peppers into your mouth and eat them. Happens.
I won't do that.
No, trust me.
I don't trust you.
You don't have to.
It's just the pepper.
They'll hurt your enemies.
They'll also hurt your anus.
Yeah,
Well, you know, After Effects.
I'm good with that.
And just
What
nodding
happened
in
to burning
agreement
anus?
of Rad. So, Theron, how far away are we from the library?
Cinnamon, let me consult those gods again. How far, DM?
Every time he brings that up, that
Yeah.
phrase, I'm just gonna clench my fist.
You do you remember like the distance from the main gates to the library as a child of you visiting in and
It
out.
took ages.
I'd say roughly from the gates. I'd say probably like 20-minute walk to get from the main gates to the library.
About 20-minute walk, but I was a child, so I don't know. From the main gates.
Is there a way to go round so we're closer and maybe got a bit of a cover?
I don't know. Maybe.
Did you not look?
You, Theron, as Tara mentions that, you do recall that, obviously, as you see to the sides of Girolf, it is set with a large mountainscape around the back portion and up to the sides. So the large walls do like close off this sort of like fjord, with like this capped off by mountains behind, and this wall covers the front. So if you wanted to go round towards the eastern, western, northern side,
You'd have to start climbing.
you'd be trekking up mountains to even get close.
So that's a hard fucking no.
Yeah, depends what you want to do.
Oh,
Climb
climbing's
up
no
the-
issue for me.
We can always climb up the mountain and then jump off and feather fall at the last moment. Huh. No? I still like that idea.
I think it's going to take us longer to try this mountain than to just walk.
Just think of the mountain air, though. Ah.
Yeah, but we're not there to save you, are we? We need to get some work done.
Yeah, so let's come up with better plans.
Yeah, Theron. One, we definitely need to sleep.
Yes, we should be doing that post-haste.
I don't have real eyes and I can feel them.
I don't think you can.
No.
I'll roll an insight check.
Dude, I definitely don't have real eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't have real eyes.
Not anymore. I think we just... I can pass without trace. And we can try to stealthily go round houses. And... Was the houses near the library? Obviously the ones that you said are alight, but more?
The houses that are, Theron, the houses that are close to the library, that have the torchlight, yeah, about 5 minutes away from the library, 10 minutes maybe.
I'll convey that information as a go-between.
As a also question.
To Theron.
To
Okay.
Theron to be delegated to his gods, to be told
yeah.
back to Theron, to be told back to us.
So basically, to the DM.
Yeah, basically. Because why the fuck would I want to talk to Theron? No. Are these houses closer to us than, or are they further than the library? Like, would they be
Closer.
15 minutes? Okay. So we'd have to pass the houses that are lit
Yeah.
before we hit the library. I think we should, while we're passing, we could check those houses that are alight, and then go into the library, see if there's any possible information.
The question is, if it's the only light in the city, is it a fucking trap?
That's where you come in, because everyone knows you.
Who knows me?
The people that lived here. Surely they might not know you as the man you are now, but maybe it's the boy you were. Not saying there's much changed, but
That sounds creepy as fuck.
maybe that one hair on your chest.
Maybe you're no hairs because you're robotic. Come on!
You see the large, like, sort of like almost like dreadlocks of thick, like ropey metal, just.
I have loads.
And if you remember, we met some of the people back in Weird's World. They were fucking shards of glass.
Well, there's hope in that. There.
Yeah, well, there isn't much hope, not with Beaky over there, casting his stupid shadow upon this land.
But no, I think we should sleep. Try to transfers in stealth, and then get to the lighthouses, and then transfers to the library, and then we can make another plan from there.
Are you digging through,
why not?
or are we climbing?
Terry gets lazy.
It's hard work.
I'll have to give you a quote for that, mate.
If we do, we're gonna have to stick quite close. So I can use the dirt in front to block up the dirt behind, so we get moved like this. But you're gonna have to hold your breath for quite too long.
You know what?
I
Let's
know
just-
where to move the dirt to, because that's where we're passing, and I can't. We're pointing towards me and Gerald. Probably gonna be fine. It's you guys.
I died.
Exactly.
Right, guys. Shall we just rock in anyway? Pass without a trace.
Yeah, after the sleep.
And
We're
you
here to sleep.
you see Braum at that, like reaches over to you, Gerald, and just gives you a kiss on the cheek. I'm fine though, and just settles down into the ground, and just begins to curl up. And Red starts following suit.
Oh, out of interest, you know the head that ended up being an old man who discovered that? Was it Gerald?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I got the heads, then you dispelled magic to find out.
Oh, okay. I'll just walk past Gerald and be like, thanks. I kind of needed that.
You're welcome. Right.
Oh, out of interest, Gerald, are you feeling okay?
No more voices. That I
Okay.
know of. Just the
Okay,
good
okay.
ones.
Well, it depends what the good ones are, you know.
They say you look awfully tasty right now.
Ah, that's kind of sweet. Thanks, Gerald.
Be polite. Don't let the kenku bite.
And all of you do find some slumber as you all rest amongst each other in this small molded earth hole, just a small cave precipice and
I'm gonna
crevice.
do some attunements first.
Okay, yeah, that's completely fine. So
Yeah, I'll tune as well.
anyone attunes just before bed, and you all find rest and sleep come to you all. And just as you begin to open your eyes again, the bright white morning light is peeking through that one air hole that Terra left, leaving a dark space become illuminated by this thick shaft of light just peeking straight through. And just as you do begin to stir and wake up and notice that the day's light is upon you, that's where we're going to take a quick break and pick up in just a little bit. I love this episode so far. It is fun. To everyone who's watching, thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we are. We're going to take a quick break to go to the bathroom, get some snackies. So if you need to, please do the same, and we will see you back in just a short while. as we come back into the game, all of you guys discussed plans of what to do before the night was done. Just after Gerald had retrieved the head of the dismembered body of Olivia, only to find something sketchy about the head, and Theron dispelling an illusion that was cast across the head, revealing it to be that of someone that Red used to know. However, you got all of your affairs in order, you identified some items, you attuned to said items, and made some vague plans for what to do next. But a well-earned and well-deserved night of sleep came to you all, uninterrupted, and you have all completed a long rest, and the morning light shimmers through that small hole with a large shaft of golden light that now illuminates the small little cave tunnel that Terra had moulded. But you're all awake and well rested. What would you like to do?
We're gonna walk in the direction of the gate first, or do you want me to dig to the gate? Or to the wall when it makes me stop?
Let me consult the guards again.
What for your personal opinion?
It's up to you, Terra. I mean, we might as well just go in. Scout for traps along the way.
But true, but I'm saying to get to the wall, to where the gates are.
Yeah, you just walk to it.
Yeah. Oh, I could take it.
How about I cast an illusion around us? Keep it looking all snowy. Then we get in. Alright?
Do that.
And as we see people, we can cast minor illusions of ourselves walking off into another place so they get distracted. That kind of thing, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then, while we're gone, are we just burying the two dwarves in the hole?
No.
Why not?
And you just look at Braum as like Braum just kind of just bashes Red against the arm. I died.
Exactly. In fact, we could just make a small little hole, shove you in there, and just seal it up, and come collect you when we feel like it.
Well, what is it for me?
Yeah, you'd be safe. No one's going to come and get you.
Listen, if I don't come to see my dad, Theron is definitely going to die.
In which case, we should leave you here.
Why, do you know something I don't?
No, because...
I know a lot.
Oh, here we go again. Right, let's just go.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, let's go. Have you got
Let us help, Tora.
have you got that wand? Can you use it?
Yeah?
Let's go.
So I'm digging as far as I can, and if I hit a wall,
Okay.
If I don't, then I'm gonna guess off how far it is of 100 feet. And then
Braum,
start working my
yeah,
way.
Braum just hops out the hole for a second before you start digging even further, just to grab Pop out of the sled, and then the
Yeah, I'll remove it soon.
yeah, and then the sled driver as well. Both all hop down into the hole with you, leaving the sled just next to the hole with all the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
But Braum just like looks at all of you just before you start digging, and looks at you, Rayloff, with Pop just next to him. I'm fine now.
You will be. I'll just sort of give him.
And he pats your arm as well and shoulder before Tara begins to and begins to just rake the earth out of its place and settling it under your feet and to the sides so you can continue passing through. You go for, I'd say a good few minutes before, Terry, you are met with just a complete flat, large concrete and stone wall that blocks your way.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna turn right off it, so we're not near the gate direction. We're like, also it would wrap around. And I'm going to start digging up so we can get back to the water surface.
Okay, yeah, easily done as you and keep moulding the earth and just creating this tunnel, this cylinder that goes up. Your eyes are caught off guard as you mould and break the earth again, and light just shimmers in and catches you off guard against this pitch black tunnel as it shimmers and almost blinds you before your eyes adjust, and you see you look up through, and it just looks like that wall that is just never going to stop, climbing all the way up to the sky.
Okay, right. Don't exit just yet. I'm going to cast Major Image on Tara, but then of course it covers 20 foot, so I can then at least have some, a snow effect covering us so far. Right. Now go.
I'm gonna put on Pass Without Trace,
Okay.
just to confirm we are ground.
Okay.
At second level. Very
Nice.
nice.
I want all of you, because you do see, all of you do see, like, just as the major illusion begins to cast across you, and the light snowfall that is around you, you do begin to get shrouded in that. And Gerald, you make sure the illusion is roughly to this similar speed of snowfall, so it's not like a smaller walking blizzard through the soft morning snow. But you all,
I'll be concentrating fairly hard on maintaining that then.
yeah, you all do look up to the wall, and you do see small cracks along the walls, probably just enough to maybe get some handholds and footholds. But if all of you scaling?
Are we all what? Sorry.
Scaling.
Are we scaling?
Yeah, the wall. Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I want
Climbing.
all of you to roll first a stealth check for me, and don't forget your +10 with Pass Without Trace.
Do we get an advantage with the major image?
All of you ask about advantage. Yes, you do. Sure,
We
go
love
ahead.
the advantages.
I know you love advantage.
I'll use my white-looking dice for the snow effect. Oh god, it rolled fucking low. The white one
Never used
betrayed
that.
me. The clear one didn't, but the
Right.
white one did.
All right. So, Gerald,
24.
Rayloff,
24.
Theron.
Well, it was 13 plus 1 plus 10. Did you say with advantage?
Yes.
Well, I rolled a 19 plus 1 plus 10, so 30 for that.
Nice. And
Nice one for the
Tara?
advantage.
25.
Okay, and Red's going to roll as well, or try. Stealth. Okay, she got 23.
Nice.
What in the
The
side
base,
down
or
there,
what?
Red? Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You all begin to very quietly just grip into these small handholds between the stones and lift yourselves up.
Yeah.
And as you're about 50 feet up, you all feel the winds just... I want all of you to make an athletics check for me to see if you can hold on. Alright, Gerald.
Nat 20 for 22.
Nice. Rayloff.
I got 22.
Okay.
Oh,
Theron.
fuck. 12 plus 1?
Okay. And Tara.
17.
Okay. And let's go Red as well. Okay. The wind blows past you, and all of you feel it so much more intensely this high up. And just at that, Theron and Red,
Yeah.
your feet kind of slip slightly, and your hands just aren't able to grip into the handholds, and you both begin to plummet down.
Can I try and catch? We'll go with Theron. I'll just say he's closer to me.
Okay,
If
roll
we're
roll
closer,
roll
I'll try
roll
and
a.
go for Red.
Okay, okay, both of you roll roll strength saving throws with disadvantage.
Can I try as well, actually? If they don't catch it. So I'll roll anyway, and then...
Okay.
4.
16 plus 1.
Not you, dickhead. You're falling.
My second roll was a natural 20, but 17 is my lowest.
Okay. So,
23.
Okay. So Tara, just as Red, you just hear a fuck, and she plummets, and just as she passes you, you hear her gasp as you latch onto her wrist.
Yeah.
And you're holding now one-handed. And you're able to just pull her up. And just on you and next to you to try and get handholds as well. Gerald, however, as you're at the top, or just you're just below Theron, or just to the side of Theron, you see him slip against the rock as the wind hits, and his fingers and he tries to grab, just almost punching the wall, and you go to grab his shoulder, and it just straight out of your grip, and you watch.
How far am I from the ground? Quite high or not quite high?
You guys are 50 feet up. And Theon, just as you're about to plummet, and you look at Gerald just in that moment as you see Gerald's hand reaching out behind him with a worried look on his face. In seconds, as you go, you feel a tug on your garbs.
Hey!
And you see the large, grey, blue-toned hand of Rayloff clutching at you, and he just pulls you off. Just pulls you up above him to latch on to the wall again. Okay. So, the next climb. Everyone.
Before he starts, I'm going to be like, be creepy, not slippy, and I'm going to give Theron a inspiration point.
Okay. All right. So Theron, you now have a D10, right?
Yes.
D10 to use
I got
whenever.
17.
I don't know what you're
give
rolling.
people a hand.
17
By your
plus...
shoes.
No, I don't know.
I imagine making another climb. No.
Just wait until until we get there.
That's a point, actually. I forgot about that.
So, all of you continue up.
22.
Getting only about 20 feet away from the top. So 100 feet up, scaling against this wall is the frozen air. I want everyone to make another stealth check for me, please, as you're climbing.
Is this another advantage?
Yes.
Nice. I need it, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
The stealth.
Oh yeah,
Let
that's
this
true.
side down.
All right. So Gerald 26, Rayloff,
22.
Theron.
14 plus 10, 24. If we still got past up with
Yeah.
that train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tara.
Non-natural 20.
Nice. Okay. And I'll
What
go
did
with
Red
Red.
get? Letting the team down.
She got 15.
Oh, trash. Oh, total.
Yeah.
Fucking trash.
She rolled.
You know what? I'm gonna... I'll use my inspiration
We
point.
got it.
Okay. Right, a little bit better. She got 26 total.
Yeah.
So all of you continue to stealthily just keeping your bodies close to the wall and finding those handholds and taking your time. And just about the 100-foot mark, about 20 feet, just a little jump to the top. You feel that wind again, even stronger, across you. Everyone make athletics checks with disadvantage for me, and the DC has gone up slightly.
Disadvantage?
No, with advantage, but the DC has gone up slightly.
I'm going to use my lucky roll.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got it back. Woohoo. I'm so happy.
Okay. Gerald.
It was not a good advantage. I'll give it.
The Railoff.
27.
Nice. Theron.
Is it with strength?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Is it? Oh, still the same. 17 plus 1 with advantage. It was 14 plus 1. So 18.
Okay. The athletics check was with disadvantage.
To whatever was your lowest.
So what was your lowest?
Oh, in that case, 14 plus 1 then.
Okay. All right.
17.
14 plus 1, 15.
Okay.
You do have the D10 if you want to use that as well.
Oh, yeah, I will do actually.
Yeah, my lowest roll was a 3.
4.
Okay, so
Added on
that's...
as well.
19. He would
Okay,
have
all right. So, and let me get red as well.
Don't fucking fall again. Let's hope for the best. She did, didn't she?
She on the dice.
Yeah.
She rolled a 4 and then a 3.
Oof.
So that would total for her. 4.
Nice.
Okay. So, Gerald and Red, just as all of you continue keeping your bodies close and you latch on as hard as you can as that heavy wind casts across you, you all feel safe and latched on until you see from the very top, and then just next to you, Terra, you see Gerald get pushed off by the wind and
Tried to catch him also instead of Red this
okay,
time.
all right. So I want
I'll
you
try
to
and catch red.
I want you to make a dexterity, strength check with disadvantage for me, or strength save with disadvantage, and Rayloff, I want you to make a dex save with strength save with disadvantage for me.
With disadvantage.
In the meantime, can I ready Featherfall?
I mean, you can't ready a reaction.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I'm going to be ready to.
Sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
use
that's
it
fine.
Yeah.
if you fail.
Rayloff, what'd you get?
I got a 12. I rolled a 3.
Okay. As Gerald hurls down, and Terra, you launch out to try and catch.
Yeah.
You just find air in your hand.
Fucking bitch.
And Rayloff, as Red, her footing goes, and you just see a claw, and you see a little bit of blood on the wall from where her nails just scratch violently towards trying to catch. You go to reach out for her arm, and the flailing just knocks your hand away as both Gerald and Red begin to plummet down. What would you like to do?
Red, reach out. I'd like to reach and try and grab her quickly.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check for me with disadvantage.
Okay. And the other one. 17.
Yeah, your aerial acrobatics that you know and love, you're able to just coast your body over and just latch onto her.
And then from that, I'd like to just try and dig out my claw into the wall and just scratch as hard as I can down to slow us down.
Okay, roll a strength save for me with disadvantage again.
Hawkeye man save.
And as this is happening the whole time, Theron's just watching, like, intently ready to...
14.
Okay, 14. You grab her in, and you kind of like motion your body over to the wall, and you... and just as you're scraping down, you think you're slowing down before your claws hit a large rock that will not scrape through, and you continue falling down and plummeting.
Oh, in which case then I activate the Cloak of Grace to use Feather Fall upon us. So then, for when we hit the ground, that we just slow down and actually land.
Okay, alright. As you're both plummeting and you get about 40 feet down to the ground after snatching off of the scrape down, you whip your cloak around both you and Red, and both of you just...
And all you hear is, I was going to do that. I was totally going to do that.
And both of you
Of course you were, Theo.
touch the ground 100 feet down, looking up at your allies as the strong winds are blowing their garbs and their cloaks to the side, and they're all holding on. And you just...
Wind. Jesus
I
Christ.
fucking hate the wind. Why do it have to be windy?
Okay, right. We'll do this again. But climb on my back. Be easy enough.
Are you sure you're strong enough?
We'll just go with yes. We'll be fine.
Okay. And Red, and you feel like a little bit of weight on you. You're like, okay, yeah.
Oh, ow! That's the feathers. Oh,
What am I supposed to grab onto?
just
I've
not
wrapped
just
around.
individual ones.
Stop whining. Just get us up.
Oh,
All
right. I'll attempt to go up again.
Okay, so
But with it just being us and not trying to stick with the party or anything, I'll also not be concentrating on major image during this part.
yeah, all of the snow just whips out around all of you guys. Gerald, I want you to make a athletics check with disadvantage. Or standard athletics check for me, please.
Standard. Okay.
Has anybody got a fucking rope we can chuck down?
18.
Okay, easy enough. You make the first 50 feet. The wind starts blowing again, and now hits you higher up. The rest of you moving up to the top, or are you waiting for Gerald and Red?
Yes. So
I'll-
I can use myself as an anchor, and I'm going to relay a rope down.
And I will carry on because I can't catch anybody.
Okay. For the rest of you, because you are still fairly stealthed, I want you to roll stealth checks. Flat. Just flat for me. And
Okay.
Yeah.
and don't forget your plus 10.
Non-natural 20.
Oh, hey.
Nice.
32.
Nice. And Theron?
Nothing? No,
Oh, sorry,
18.
it'll be 22. I forgot to put on my.
Okay.
It's 17 plus 1 again. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And plus 10.
Yeah, don't forget your plus 10 for pass without trace.
Oh, plus 10 then.
28.
After that.
Alright.
Yeah, so.
So, all of you still stay fairly close to the wall and slow. And you go to make that last 20 feet up. I want you guys to roll athletics checks for me with disadvantage.
Bye-bye, Theron.
Come on.
Come on, you beast.
15 from me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like, isn't good.
The disadvantage.
Can I use my winged boots to give me a bit of help?
Yeah, of course.
So would that affect the...
With your wing boots, you wouldn't even really need to scale. Because you can just go...
I think I'm going full.
Well, I'll okay. Well, I rolled a 12, but at that point I'll just sort of go... I'll just sort of let go for a second, and I'll just fall for like oh yeah, and just sort of stop.
Okay, alright.
Just raise it.
So,
Getting ready to catch anyone.
yeah, so Tara and Theron, what did you get?
15.
I'll let-
I got.
I'll let Tara. Oh, okay. I got a 16, and then disadvantage. I got a 13.
Okay. So, just getting up to the top, all of you, as the wind hits, of the three of you up top, all of you find your footing and your handholds just break away, and you all three begin to fall down as Rayloff just clicks his boots about 20 feet down and begins just floating in the air.
Can I try and like sort of catch them and sort of?
Okay,
I know the winged boots can't carry it,
Yeah.
but it'll at least slow the fall, so
Yeah.
I can sort of help them go against the wall.
You're going to have to roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage for me then, please. To catch both of these as they fall.
Does it technically proc the dex save I get through the advantage I get with danger sense?
It's not a
Because I
trap.
can see them. Yeah, but if it affects other things as well. It's just against effects.
This isn't an effect.
Okay.
Wind blown, definitely affect.
Yeah.
I was just trying to. I was just trying to.
I know. I appreciate it.
Smith try.
Gerald,
Yes.
Yo.
you make it up the 50 feet with Red. And what was your... did I ask you for another save yet, or no?
No.
Okay. Are you going up further as well?
Is this at the point that they fall?
Right now you're about the 50-foot mark as you hear a couple grunts above you as the wind hits all of you. You latch on and just hold. But you notice the wind is stronger up top, and you see all three allies just be pushed off and begin plummeting down. You see Rayloff click his boots. Rayloff, what did you roll?
10.
You reach both your hands out to try and grab Theron and Tara, and with their flailing and falling, you just hit nothing.
Can I cast Featherfall as a reaction just to see if we can grab onto anything while we're just floating down?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
So
I'll cast it then.
So who are you casting on?
Whoever I can. I can up to 6 willing creatures.
Okay, so who do you want to cast it on?
All of us.
Yeah, whoever I can.
Did no, Red's with Gerald.
Yeah.
So all of you, as you're falling, Rayloff, you feel yourself a little bit lighter in the boots as well after a moment, as Theron just waves his hands out and some arcane just flutters out from him. And Tara, you find yourself and you and Theron begin to float down. All of you, except Rayloff, you're still about at the I'd say about the 100 feet mark, and the rest of you, by the time you've fallen and featherfalled and just catch onto a handhold as you float past it, you're matching Gerald and Red at the 50-foot mark.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake! Can't we just like go down and just walk through the city gates? This is ridiculous.
You just hear Red shout through the wind. Theron, stop being a pussy. Get up there. And she's like bear hugging and holding on to Gerald.
Come on, Gerald.
And I used telepathy and just like, shut the fuck up. We're trying to be stealthy.
Can't hear pussies. Let's go, Gerald.
Can I
Let's try. Then I'm gonna fucking get us up there no matter what.
I'm just gonna sort of float up to the top, and then I'll sort of kind of stealthily peek over the top.
Okay. You float up and you peek, and the walkways all along the walls are completely barren.
What I will do then, I'll sort of go up, sort of over the thing, and just try and have a quick look around, and then I'll take out the rope, tie it on the side, and sort of lower it down, to try and give something a bit more substantial to grab onto.
Okay. So You have a look around. Very much, it is just a snow-topped city, fairly untouched. Again, it's a gorgeous city. It's got a small market. You can see homes and hovels, all dark. You don't see anyone around, but it's quaint, large, and fairly homey at the same time.
Okay.
But you begin to get your hempen rope out and tie it off and hurl it down. But just as you're tying off the rope, the rest of you at the 50-foot mark.
I will start carrying up at least.
Yeah, okay.
I will say it's 50 feet.
Okay, alright. So, are you all still planning on going stealthy or just lumbering through now?
Yeah, my concentration hasn't dropped because we take new damage.
Okay,
So
all three of you, roll stealth checks for me. I'll say
Does that mean me
Gerald's-
as well?
No, you're not
Yeah,
doing the stealth in the climb right now, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
fine.
Gerald, please do a stealth check with disadvantage for me, because you've got red on top of you.
Disadvantage.
Is it just normal rolls?
Flat,
not
yeah.
Advantage. Cool.
No more advantage.
So 27.
So nice, okay. I'm fucking disadvantage, I
19
hate
for me.
bonus. 19, okay. And Theron?
Is this for stealth?
Yes.
Yeah. And you got crossbow trace.
10 plus 10, 20.
Okay, that's alright, that's fine. So, you all now confidently begin to scale slower, a little bit more trepidatious, and still as quiet as possible with the aid of Terra's arcane. You get up to the 100-feet mark, and you feel the wind again blow. I want all of you to roll athletics. Strength. Athletics. Oh, sorry, I said strength saving. What did I say? Athletics checks with disadvantage.
With
Yeah.
hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then go with that for me, please. And
On the way up, though, with Raylos throw down of a rope. Can we make
I'll
sure that one
mention
of
that.
hand is on this rope?
I'll mention at one point he throws the rope.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
That was a fucking beautiful one.
um, 18
Okay.
with disadvantage. Yeah,
And
the other one was
Theron.
an 18.
I did get a 19 plus 1, but however, disadvantage is 6 plus 1.
Okay. All right. So all of
And
you,
I've
as the
lost
wind
my dice.
as the wind hits, you all hold steady, and just to the side, you see Theron and get pushed off again. Just at this point, Rayloff, you have launched a rope down, and Gerald, in your ear, you just hear Red. I got this. And she just falls off of you. And just as the rope just scales down, as it becomes taut, Red grabs on and just like almost slides down the rope with one hand. And Rat at the end sort of like just quickly tries to loop. Okay, finally a good roll. Loops her hand around the bottom of the rope, and just in time to grab and catch
Wouldn't
you,
you still be in
Theon.
Featherfall?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't
You
be
know what?
like-
You genuinely seem proper impressed with that good roll.
Yeah. But she catches you, Theron, and pulls you up just enough for you, one of your other hands to latch onto the rope with her.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, hey, nice work.
Such a pussy. As she begins to climb up the rope.
Such a bitch.
the rest of you, for climbing up the rope with Red, for the last 20 feet, or at least for Red and Theron now, for the last 70 feet, I want Theron and Red, you're going to make athletics checks with advantage now that you've got the rope.
Give me a sec, I lost my dice.
That's okay, that's why I have more than one set. Dickhead.
Yeah, I've just found the other 20, so...
Natural 20.
Nice.
So that makes it
What-
a
what am I
22.
What am I rolling?
Athletics check with advantage for me for using the rope to scale up the wall now.
Okay, 15 plus 1. Oh! Natural 20.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Boom.
So, all of you make it up that last 20 feet. You, with the aid of the rope that Rayloff tied off, all kind of funneling in single file and finding your way for that last nudge over. Gerald, Red climbs up just behind you and just looks at you as you kind of look down at it just to make sure everyone's okay below you. And you just hear her say, "You see that?
There's a good catch.
That's how it's fucking done. Come on then." And she begins climbing. All of you make it up to the top of the wall of Geralf. Immediately, Theron,
Yes. Hello.
as you see Rayloff standing there and your allies just getting to the top of the wall all before you, looking around and all looking fairly calm and catching their breath, you get on top the wall and you look to your immediate left and right and you see 6 glassy humanoid figures frozen in place and looking all towards you.
Oh, fuck.
So which building's the library again? That one down there.
Mm-hmm.
Are the glassy things moving yet?
Not yet.
Stay very, very quiet.
Have on in wet.
Rayloff,
Just all those just.
yeah, Rayloff, I'll
Frozen.
say you, since you've been up there the longest, you do see some heavy set staircases just on the back side of this wall. They go from the top all the way, like the kind of snake down.
I will use telepathy and quickly shoot it into everyone's head. Just be like, glass things are on top of the stairs. Be quiet. I'm thinking if I use another feather fall, we can all jump down together, and then I'll use it, and we'll just.
Fuck are you on about? There's nothing here.
How close are the to us?
The closest two, one on your right and one on the left of the party,
5 feet.
12 feet away, 15 feet.
Oh.
Not nice.
And we know how much they can move.
Oh, they're all close.
I'll make a few steps going past or away from towards the stairs, just to test, see if they move. Very, very quietly, I might add.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me. Don't forget plus 10 as well, since Terry's still concentrating.
14 plus 10, 24.
Nice. They don't move, and you very steadily creep to the stairs and begin to go down the large stone staircases.
And as I go down, I will be looking for any traps or
Okay,
anything like
right, roll a perception check for me.
that. Do I have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's loads.
You're fucked.
Fucked.
16 plus 7.
Nice. Okay. The only major trap that you see that you know of is immediately on the inside of the gates, kind of just like under the actual gates. You see where the snow looks like it's kind of dipping into the ground a little bit, and you know that is where Geralf usually leaves some of the stone and the earth out, and there is a small pit with large spikes underneath a small tarp covered in snow that spans across the entirety from one end of the gates to the other.
In my head, I just think to myself, "Thank fuck we didn't use the gate." I'll just, but nothing on the stairs.
No.
Essentially, okay. Is there anything downstairs, or is there any more crystalline entities?
You don't see any down there. You just still keep looking back and seeing the others frozen on top of the walls.
Okay.
Red begins to follow suit and goes down the stairs as well. Alright, come on. Let's go.
I'll use Skywrite to write, "We're coming." No joke.
So
I'll help Rayloff gather his rope.
okay, yeah, very quickly. Alright, are all of you...
We'll follow suit.
Alright, everyone roll a stealth check for me then, please. Okay.
Back, it's back, baby.
Was the 19 back? Yeah. Well, Red got a 26 on that roll.
Nice.
Have we got a plus 10 still or not?
We do,
You already rolled Theron, you're fine.
Oh, sorry.
But yes, everyone does have a plus 10.
26.
As long as
22.
you concentrate, it stays for an hour. 29.
Okay. Alright, you all very creepily and stealthily get to the bottom of the stairs. And Theron, just as all of you get down and you hear a slight, just from above you, you hear like a click. And you look up and you see all 6 are now standing just atop the wall, all looking over the wall at you.
Specifically at me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
shit.
4 of them just fall off the wall, tumbling and flipping before just landing on the ground.
Superhero stance.
And all 4 of them
I'll start making way back up.
and they all just dart towards all of you. I want everyone to roll initiative for me.
Initiative.
Did we see any evidence of them landing?
Nope.
Okay.
Theron is the only one who can see.
Nice. So we don't know what we're encountering yet.
Yes. Very happy with what I rolled as well.
Did they not leave any prints in the snow?
No,
Oh no.
but
This
I
is-
have got the map up with everyone.
Yep, let me...
So place yourselves where you'd like to be.
It has not updated on our side.
I'm not even logged in.
Sorry, wrong one. There you go. Sorry.
There we go.
Alright, so you guys are probably dropped around about here. Just past
Over here, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Over
Thank
here,
you,
yeah.
Rayloff. Yeah, perfect. So you're around this area.
Yeah, no, I'll go there then.
Alright, now.
To the left.
Okay, let me roll.
Crisscross!
Stop to the left. Okay, let's have a look. Alright.
Where would I be?
With everyone else.
Somewhere around here.
and just in game,
Mm-hmm.
or meta game to be in game.
Yeah.
Only Theron can see any of these.
Yes, I was going to say, Theron is the only person out of all of you who can see these. Everyone else,
Yum.
there's nothing around you.
TPK. TPK.
Oh, that means Theron's gonna have to save us. We're fucked.
What if I die?
What is after you, innit?
Okay, so initiative rolls 25 to 20.
And I'm in 40 plus
Okay.
5.
25 to 20? Alright. 20 to 15.
18.
14.
Mine's 19.
Okay, fuck.
Alright, Theron. What's your dex mod?
Thanks, man.
Well, we know what they rolled. All red.
Or it could have been red, yeah.
+1.
+1. Okay.
Oh,
Is it red or is it not red?
You don't know.
Because I'm writing me initiative order myself, so I'll take the don't know as it's not red.
Alright.
I'll let you know mine since I'm the last one. 5.
Okay. Alright, so
What do you think?
Rayloff, what did you get?
14.
14. Okay, what is your dex mod?
3.
Huh?
A tree.
Okay. Alright.
Could
Rayloff.
you do
Tara, what did you get?
18.
18. Okay.
I said mine first, but Theron shouted fucking it.
Yeah, I know. Dickheads.
Yeah, nay.
Terrible. Okay, and then Jones. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Right, just for the sake of it, I'm putting red here next to you, Tara.
Okay.
That's red.
Yeah, she loves me, so she will.
Just a little bit. Okay. Alright, so to start off, top of the round, it is the Glassy Husk's turn.
Oh, we're getting die.
But you're gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's fine with us. What?
Yeah. What you on about? You got to find a way to see him.
Oh, we always can. You just make you feel like you're special.
You can't fight what you can't see. You said there was only 4 of these creatures, you liar.
4 that you could
6,
see.
he said.
Hmm.
But I did say 6 in total.
And the 7.
Yeah, but there's 7.
6 that you could see. Total.
Strong sniff.
Moving goalpost much?
That one is the one that we didn't see.
Yes, exactly. Alright.
Oh, actually, yeah, brain.
Out of interest, does it look like they're all coming towards me?
Some towards you, but others also to your party members.
But mainly looking at me.
I mean, the one thing you notice, just as all of them dart, and as they dart, even if they're going the opposite direction, you see that like featureless face stuck on you, Theron. Their bodies move completely separate from their face, as the head is facing you. For all
That's
of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the first one, it's going to make a hand spear attack towards you, Gerald. It's with advantage because where is it with advantage? Trying to think,
I
because
can't see shit,
you can't see
probably.
shit. Yeah.
Or
yeah.
can you? Oh no, you have to
No.
activate your other weapons.
All right. First roll, not kidding. Natural 20.
Fucking
Yeah.
oh.
Cool.
That's a question. Can I technically do my sentinel attack as a reaction?
It would be with
can't see him,
disadvantage.
I mean, that's fine.
If it's with disadvantage, I'll allow it. But Gerald,
Yes.
and I will say, and Theron,
Yeah.
you do notice just as these forms begin to dart around, unlike the other featureless forms, they don't have any features, but you notice like on the elbows and the shoulders and the chins, you notice like little like sharper spikes, almost a little bit meaner looking.
Like they failed me once in graded.
I rolled a 4 and a 2. I got 11 total.
And these are noticeably different than the other ones that we saw.
Still just as featureless, but with like just a little bit meaner looking, with like sort of like spikes on the elbows and the chins and the shoulders. Not
Bit more
huge
edgy.
spikes, just a little bit edgy, a little bit emo. So Gerald, you take
40 damage.
no.
Uh,
You take
41 damage.
65.
you take 27 points of piercing damage.
Fucking lovely.
Piss off. And that's just one.
10, 20. Yeah.
Rayloff, you swing your halberd as you just see Gerald for out of nowhere just curl from something as Gerald, you feel something just stab in and pull out, and as you do, you see a hole in your body just leaking of crimson. Rayloff, you just swing your halberd over just next to Gerald, and you just hear it off the ground. The next attack is against you, Rayloff.
Whilst you're rolling, nothing gets revealed afterwards, I'm guessing, either.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Except for, obviously, Theon, you see all of this going down. How they're moving, who they're attacking. Okay, Rayloff, that is a 18 to hit.
That just hit, I believe. Yeah.
You take 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Just out of nowhere, again, you feel just a burning stab pain in your gut. Then the others are moving, and Theron, you're going
Takes
to take.
nothing?
You're going to take an attack from both of these guys. So the first
Yeah.
one.
Go from both of them.
Yeah, one here
I've-
and one here.
But they have that much range.
What do you mean range?
Because Theron's
So
here,
literally
isn't he?
No, no, that's red.
No,
that's
they're on
red.
there.
Oh.
Oh, is that one Theron?
I'm here, yeah.
Oh fuck
No,
me. Okay, ignore me. So Gerald, you do take one attack, but the two
Yeah,
wanted to
this
go
is
around
me.
Theron. I got confused because fucking
Yeah.
last campaign used it for fucking more.
That's what I was getting confused by.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so Theron. Everything else still happens. No retcons. Theron, that is a 22 to hit.
Oh no. Shucks. Does it hit? Go on.
All right.
Hit
Sure.
wizard.
Go on. You take.
There's no point in even using shield.
You take 10 points of piercing damage on the first one.
I refuse.
Okay. And the second is a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, go through.
So the first one you take 10 points of piercing damage,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the second one, you take 17 points of piercing damage on the second. As you feel, as you can see, these two, one to your side and one right in front of you, just they just launch in their spiked hands deep into your form.
Fuck!
And just as they pull out, you feel just blood just gushing out. At that moment, Theron, you are up with Tara on deck. What would you like to do?
Oh, what is there to do?
I mean, if everyone has fairy fire.
No, does it look like I have anything like that?
I wonder if someone else might.
I love fire. I'm going to cast slow or attempt to.
Which ones?
40-foot cube. How much is a 40-foot cube?
Okay. 40 by 40. Shit, I can draw this for you. 10, 20, 30,
That big.
40. Yeah. That big.
Probably
Or
you can
maybe
get all
whatever
but
you
one.
So I could probably
That's the
get.
best you go.
Or,
Yeah. Yeah,
Also,
I'll do.
you-
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll cast slow.
Also, Terry, you.
I got it. I just moved you back, Tara.
Yeah, gold, thank you.
All right. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are going to make saves. Okay. So what save is it?
100.
Is it Wisdom or Dex?
It is wisdom of 16.
Okay. Right. So I'll
Well,
count
down.
the failures.
Yep.
So with
I'll
the
do it
saves.
from the top downwards.
Okay, top one. Dex save. Oh, sorry, Wisdom save. Top one. That's a 19.
Succeeds. The one in the middle.
That's an 11.
Fails.
Fail.
Next one. 4.
Fail.
Next one. 15.
Fails.
Fail.
He said 16, didn't he?
Yeah.
Next one. 19.
Succeeds.
Pass.
And right at the bottom.
And last one. 17.
Also succeeds. It's 3 out of 6.
Okay.
Pretty key.
So, Theron, you see the movement instantly of those three just like very sluggish and almost slow motion.
Do we see the magic effect at the points where they are?
No. You see Theron just
It's an area
cast,
effect. So
cast a spell and like a flutter of arcane happens around you before
Oh,
it dissipates.
It was the spells.
But Theron, it is your turn. You know your allies cannot see any. And it is your turn if you want to do anything on your bonus or movement or anything. What would you like to do?
I would like to take an ink quill out and chuck it on one of them.
Okay. All right. Roll a attack roll for me and just add your... you know, actually, this will be interesting. Just because it's a good scheme, add your intelligence modifier.
8 plus... 18 plus... Probably 8.
8, 18. How'd you miss a 1?
No, because I was adding the modifier before what I've rolled. Is it 8 though? Can't even tell. Oh no, intelligence modifier. It's just plus 4. 18 plus 4.
Okay. You take out an inkwell and you just pop the cork and you just launch the ink towards which one are you going for? The one right in front of you, this guy.
No, probably chuck the one.
What in front of me?
Yeah, in front of Rayloff. Yeah.
Okay.
So Rayloff can smash.
Just as you do, Rayloff, you see a ink-covered form just begin to show slightly, and you see the spiked chinned head looking around, and you see part of a torso and part of an arm before it goes off to that spike and disappears again, but partly covered in ink, making it now visible to you and now everyone else. So, is that what you want to do, Theron?
That's pretty much my action.
Okay, great fucking turn though.
For movement, however, it won't really make a difference because these fuckers can go everywhere.
And Terry, you're on deck.
Yeah, no worries.
Where... What's this here? Is this a wall in front of me?
Yeah.
Is it a death pit?
It's, from what you can see, it's got the sort of well sort of lid over it, and it's all snow over.
Cry.
I know.
I want to
Right.
this is Sparta.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
will,
This is Valdur!
This is Geralt. I will go all the way over here, assuming that
Okay.
might follow me.
Okay.
He might not.
You're going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to die soon anyway, so.
Can I know which particular 2 attacking?
No, you can't see them.
Unless
That
it's
is
the one
true.
that's hitting.
No.
So, the first one, for you, Theon, actually, they don't have advantage on their attacks because you can see them.
Oh, yeah, good
So
point.
the first one, ooh, okay, you're lucky. First one is a 5 to hit,
Down.
and the second, natural 20.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm loving this die.
Yeah, I'm going to be dead, and man.
No, you'll be fine.
Anyone got an inspiration?
There's,
No, he refused to give it to us last time.
yeah, because I was being a little bit stingy, or just
Yeah,
not
I know.
super generous, because then it's a constant thing.
This is a.
Um,
I do actually have an inspiration that I haven't used.
Okay,
You
so
could use it for enemy rolls.
you take 23 points of piercing damage.
I'm down. No, I'm not down. I'm nearly down though.
On that.
23.
On that, the first one, you see the hand just towards you, and you dodge out of the way, and
yeah.
just as you run, you feel just a burn in your kidneys.
You know what? Can I use a reaction? Use thingy, chronal shift.
Okay, I'll play it out this way this time, but just know if I roll damage, then you're done. Like as far as like reactions go, because if you want a reaction for the chronal shift to re-roll the attack, you have to tell me as they hit. Same as shield, same as inspiration points, anything. But for this one, I will. But in future cases, and same for everyone, if you wait until I roll the damage to then say I want to use a reaction to do this, it'll be a no-go. Okay? Just to keep
I'll
the
take
pace.
damage. I'm not bothered.
No, it's fine.
I don't mind dying.
We'll re-go it just because it wasn't an issue before. Okay, and I roll fucking stupidly low, 5 to hit. So
Okay.
So it doesn't hit.
Okay.
So you
take
escape away from the clutches of these 2 husks as you dart over and sprint away. Next up, Terra. You are up with Red on deck, and then Rayloff and Joe.
Through the spell, I'm going to clap my hands together and give us some sight. And you're gonna see like green, kind of like sparkly, like not crystal, but like it looked like sprinkled dust, like fairy dust.
Yeah.
I know exactly. I'm gonna use fairy fire. Yeah. On the 24th, I'm aiming towards where Theron was. Just drawing the shape now. 20-foot cube.
Okay, so get those 4 in. Okay, they are going to roll their saves.
The problem is it also includes everything that's in there. So is that Rayloff on my
Yes.
left?
Yeah.
Rayloff, you're gonna have to roll it as well.
All right. So from the top down, you just point
It
them out.
is a
So
dex roll.
dex roll. Okay,
Right.
dex save. So from the top
I do
left.
get advantage on that though.
Yeah,
You
you do
get-
because you see the effect. So top left, then right, then bottom, then
Okay.
very bottom left. Yep.
With that,
What's the save?
Dex.
you don't.
Dex save.
No,
okay,
what amount?
16.
Okay. So for the enemies,
Yeah,
first
top
one,
right,
top.
right now.
yep. Dex save.
Middle
Was
squares.
it dex save? Yeah.
Dex. It's just dex. Dex.
Okay.
16.
All right.
It says.
Okay. Dex save. So that one is a 22.
Okay. One towards middle.
Next one is a. Oh, that's a 6. That is a 9.
Okay, so I'm going to do it in a small circle.
Yeah.
That one's now seen.
The next one is a 21.
Succeeds.
And the next one,
Oh,
natural
nice.
1.
Okay, cool. So we can see 2 out of them, and then Chris, what?
Well, we
did
can
you
already see one. I rolled 18.
get? Okay, so Chris doesn't get the effect.
If you want as well, Tara, just put a box over the one right in front of Rayloff, because that is the one that Theron poured ink on.
Lovely. Thank
So
you.
that can be seen. Yeah.
Amazing. What is it now? They're gonna be outlined of a green colour. Is my choice. Any creature in the area with the spell cast is also outlined in light. If it fails to dex saving throw, for the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll
Okay.
against the affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay. Alright.
So apart from the one that's got ink on it, we have advantage
Yeah.
to them. So
Okay, awesome. Is there anything more you want to do, Tara, on your turn?
Now being able to see one of them, I'm going to aim towards this one because he's a fucking prick, and I'm going to thorn whip him,
Okay.
and then try to pull him closer to Rayloff.
Okay, roll for an attack for me, please.
Yeah, we'll do.
As you just reach that, as you find the thorny vines from your arm, just
22.
yeah, that hits. As you and you just watch the vine
2d6.
whip around.
5, 10. Piercing damage.
How much is that in total? 10.
10. Yeah.
Okay. You whip around and yank, and you see part of its torso just. And you see the glass shards begin to rise up from its form before. It's going to nail at you. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, we'll do. Cry face to 10.
And that's a failure. You will take the full damage. Okay, you take 16 points of piercing damage
Nice.
as you feel those glass shards just layer in your body, and just as you see that glassy husk is just half of its body is just missing now as you yanked your thorn whip through, pulling it a little bit closer as well to Rayloff. So I'm going to try and highlight that stuff. Bring it over as best I can.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool. Alright, that's awesome.
Nice. It moves at 10 foot. I don't know if it will literally put it on top of Rayloff. Or...
Yeah, I'll say just because enemies can't go in the ally spaces, or you can't go in enemy spaces, they do get close enough, like right next to you, Rayloff.
Cool.
Awesome.
And I'm going to slightly move forwards. Only slightly. I want to just... So to make sure that this bastard... Not... In fact, no, fuck it. No, I'm going to keep there because I couldn't see him.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that I'm opposite this bastard.
Alright.
But in range of this one.
Nice, okay.
And that ends my turn.
Alright. Just in that moment, Terra.
Yeah.
Hold on. Terra, you feel a slight little gust of wind just past your right side.
Okay.
And you look and you just see just a dark shadow just past you.
Okay, I'm going to keep my eyes on it.
And you
And
see
realise
this
it's
this shadow just appear, or like this from this darker form just apparate into the human form of Red with two daggers just behind that one husk, and is going to stab both into its chest from behind. So with advantage.
What? What's happening?
This is Red.
Oh, yeah,
Listen.
that's 19 to hit,
Rogues.
so that does hit.
Yeah, she never did this before.
I know she didn't.
So she rolls a thingamaboot for a dagger. Fucking 1. Okay, so 3 damage plus sneak attack.
She's still rubbish.
It's gonna be an advantage. Yeah. Cool.
So 3 damage to start with. 23 points of piercing damage on that first dagger of the sneak attack that latches into it. And you see the glass shards covered in ink just begin to... And just as they are about to slam down towards her again, she's going to make another, that second dagger attack on it. Just barely hits, so that is... Nice, okay, 7 points of damage. No sneak attack because that was used. Okay, just as Red appears, that sort of dark, shadowy, obscured form just... and just stabs both sides of the sternum into the ribs. You see this inky covered husk just... and both forms of the glass shards now begin to stir around, and it's going to all hammer down towards Red. She needs to make a dex save. First one doesn't make it, and the second one, okay, the second one just makes it. So the first one she takes full damage. 15 points of damage, and the second one she takes half, so 15, and then 3 points of damage, so 15, 18 total. Okay. Then you're going to see Red after so that glassy husk after those 2 large hits is gone.
Yum.
The inky shards have implanted themselves into Red before you kind of like catch her eye in yours, Terra.
Mm-hmm.
Before she tilts her head and almost like a back swim, she just goes, and as she does, her form turns into that shadow again, and she disengages. It's about here.
Like a pussy.
Like a pussy. Okay, that is Red's turn. Rayloff, you are up with Gerald on deck.
Boy. I'm gonna rage. I know. Rage.
Yeah, you just rage. All the frost armor just covers you, and you see that fog of breath.
And then I'm gonna reckless attack the one in front of me with. Actually, I don't even need to. Sorry, I'm not gonna reckless attack because it's already got advantage.
That's okay. That's right.
So I'll just do 2 attacks with my flail.
Go for it. And Gerald, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's 28 for the first one.
Hits.
And 27 for the second.
Both hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. Oh yeah, I get the big numbers. So that's 9 for the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
See wrong, we can see less and less of you.
A 9 for the second hit, because I rolled 2 1s for the damage.
Alright, so as you... and you just you smash and then back smash one of them in front of you that you can see shedding this green light around it. You see the glass and begin floating again before... I want you to roll 2 dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Yeah, I get advantage on both. I'm
Yes, with advantage because you see the effect.
Yeah. 15 for the first one.
15 doesn't make it. You take full damage.
Reduced to half.
Reduced to half. So you take... Dude, that's lucky as well. You take 18 points of damage reduced to 9.
Okay, and then 21 for the second.
That does make it. So you take
Quarter.
10. You take 13 points of damage, reduced to 6, reduced to 3. Okay, awesome. And that husk is gone.
Awesome.
Question.
Yes.
Did this husk's light coming from it relieve a shadow of this one?
No.
Okay, no worries. Okay.
You're welcome. Okay, Rayloff, do you want to move anywhere or do anything else on your turn?
Right, I can get rid of that as well.
I'm trying to think of what I would do without being meta.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the only one we can see, legitimately. If
Yeah.
that helps you.
So I guess then.
Hoping it fucks off the other way. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So I do. No, I'll just say that I don't know. I probably would move to there, and I think that would put me in reaction range.
Move to where, sorry?
Unless it's one of the ones that used reactions earlier against Theron.
Yeah, that one has already used its reaction.
Oh, okay, that's fair then.
Yep.
Then I would just go there, try and
Yeah,
help
you,
Theron out.
you just, and Theron, you look over the battlefield and across the small courtyard as you just see Rayloff bounding towards you.
Oh shit!
And just at that, Gerald, you are up. What would you like to do?
I got stabbed by this one, didn't I? Behind me.
Yes. You don't know.
Yes.
You can't
Yeah,
see
I
it,
know
but you
I got
know
stabbed.
something. Yeah, something stabbed
Yeah.
you in the back.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right. Then I would like to use Tumble to disengage, and I'm going to run to behind this one that I do know exists. I'll
Okay,
go from that
yep.
corner there. And then I'd like to whip out and do a spin attack and slash out at the one directly in front of me
Okay.
with
awesome.
Alistor.
Okay, so make an attack, just flat attack. Just after you feel that burning sensation in your back, and you just start cartwheeling and flipping over and launching and running off the walls and coming back down just behind this one with Alistor equipped.
And he whiffs it with a 3.
Isn't it advantage because of fairy fire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
sorry.
come on, boys.
Thank you.
Let's roll
Good
again.
call. Good
Oh,
call.
that's a 19. Let's fucking go.
Yes, that does hit as you jump off the wall after running on it and spin round. And as you spin, Alistor comes out as you.
And it takes 4, 6, 8 damage.
Nice. That first, because I don't think it's been attacked yet. The first part of it, just the part of the spine in the back, just out, and glass shards begin to just flutter. And then you see its head just turn to you before the shards right back at you. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I'll fail this one, can he? 15?
15 fails.
15.
Full
He can
damage.
fail it.
Yes, you can.
40, 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yes, I would like to cast Mass Healing Word, and how am I going to cast this actually? Invisible wounds don't exist, and I would like to cast Mass Healing Word. 3 charges to me, 3 charges to Theron.
Okay, nice.
so
Go for it. Yep.
So Theron first.
Yep.
So let me just do quick math. 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 plus another 3 charges of that. It's 12, so 23 points of healing to you, Theron.
Fucking sick.
4, 5, 6, and 18 points of healing to myself.
Nice. Is that
Yeah, I'll definitely take that, mate.
your turn?
That is my I will use the last little bits of movement to move a bit further away from him.
Okay, sounds good. And with the tumble and with the disengage, you're completely fine. And just as all of you have been caught off guard and looking across the battlefield to the one husk that you see, and unaware of the rest around you, as Gerald takes one slash and casts out his bardic magic to heal Theron and himself, and as all of you look across the battlefield, just scratched and torn and wounded, not knowing of how many are exactly around you, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode and come back next week to pick up for the same. What a fun episode. I have to say, one of my things that I really loved, Theron,
Was climbing the wall.
oh, climbing the wall was fun. I didn't mean for it to be so annoying, but I'm kind of glad it was, because it was like an actual, like, you know, we could fuck this up straight from the get-go. Theron, I think for you, using the inkwell to pour over the husk was really, really cool. But yeah,
And then Tara came and did it better with fairy fire. Damn you!
Yeah, but she kind of cheated with magic. You know, your inkwell was
Yeah.
it was way more homemade.
I just thought Rayloff hits the most. If I just do it in the one in front of him, at least he can just go to town now.
Yeah.
Well, I do when I don't roll 2 ones.
Yeah.
But hey, listen. So far, really good fight and really great episode. So yeah, I really can't wait for next week. But for everyone who's watching, thank you for sticking around. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And we look forward to next week, as we always do. So with all that said and done, thank you very much for watching. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you again next time.
Peace.